What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video we are going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. This is just going to be a pretty quick video so that none of you are caught off guard by what is going to happen next. But right before I dive right into it, if you haven't already followed me on Twitter at _the Art of Crypto, you're going to want to do so. This is where I'm going to be sharing the latest market updates, stuff that I wouldn't otherwise be able to talk about on YouTube, as well as any trading setups that I might be looking at. So if you're interested in that, make sure you follow me on Twitter, again at _the Art of Crypto. So immediately, just to dive right off into this Bitcoin analysis, like getting rejected at 58k was something that I've been talking about a lot in my past few videos. And at the moment, in the event that Bitcoin does start to dump, I really want you to pay attention to this level right here at 51,900-ish, right? So about 52k to about, let me just draw this out, to about 5,500, right? This zone right here, this bullish order block right here, is going to be absolutely key for Bitcoin to hold, because in the event that Bitcoin does come back all the way down here, then it would mean that it's retesting this trend line right here. In fact, Bitcoin could even go all the way down to 50k, right? 50k, 49,850. So for all intents purposes, let's just treat that as 50k. So basically 52k to 50k is going to be absolutely key, because if it does retrace this trend line right here, you know, it's an absolutely really good sign, right? And nothing is bearish until that trend line is violated. However, if there is going to be one sign that looks slightly bearish, and I know I do not bring up indicators a lot, but if you just pay attention to market cipher right here, you can see that on the daily chart, it does indeed seem like it is just starting to go down, right? Money flow as well as momentum is starting to go down. Now, again, I don't use this very often. I use this for secondary confirmation, and you can see that in fact the 4-hourly chart reflects this. Is this the end of the world? Absolutely not. Remember, you know, indicators usually paint the picture before, you know, indicators are usually lagging, right? If you're able to understand price action, then, you know, that's going to be all you need in order to do your trading. For me, you know, an understanding of price action so far has gotten me to, you know, a very successful places. So don't feel like you need to rely on indicators for this. So in the event that Bitcoin does get to 52k to about 52k to 50k, that is going to be the zone that you're going to want to start buying into. For now, we can also take a look at Ethereum, and Ethereum against BTC is actually looking pretty good. It is bouncing from support right now. And in fact, if you just take a closer look, you can see that Ethereum is just about breaking out of this trend line right here and retested this. So does this mean that altcoins are about to start pumping? Well, then we're going to have to take a look at Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is right now at 45, and that is not a very good sign if you want altcoins to pump, because 45 is historically a very strong level of support for Bitcoin dominance, right? Support / resistance. So I don't know if you guys have heard the saying, but previous support turns into future resistance, right? Or previous resistance turns into future support. So at the moment, if altcoins want to continue to perform, you know, decently and not bleed, then you are going to want to see Bitcoin dominance fall below 45, hopefully go back to 43. Now, if it does happen, right, if this does happen, then it's going to give altcoins the room it needs in order to, you know, do, you know, altcoin things, which is pump like mad. But in the event that it gets, you know, it finds support at this level right here, then expect 47.67 to get tested. I just talked about this in yesterday's video, but for those of you who did not watch that video, I highly recommend it, because that video will explain to you like how Bitcoin dominance affects the markets and exactly how the markets work, right? That video is going to talk about how some coins tend to pump before others. So if you want to catch those kinds of coins and catch those kinds of pumps, make sure you check out the video that I posted yesterday or just now, depending on where you live. So just to check on Total 2 as well, you can see that Total 2 is finding support. So hopefully, you know, this turns out well. You get a breakout from that trend line, and right now you are finding support, right, doing a bullish retest. Funding rates are still looking absolutely normal, so this indicates that, hey, perhaps we might still be bullish. However, the only thing that I want you to pay attention to is the fact that my total, if you go search up total, right, this is the total crypto market cap, you can see that historically, right, historically speaking, you always tended to dump during the second 2 weeks of every month. So the first 2 weeks of every month, up till about the 14th, right, give or take a few days, right, you tend to pump like really heavily. And when you get back to the second week onwards, right, the third week and the fourth week, you tended to go down. So at the moment we are nearing that point, and in fact you can see that it is starting to reverse. Is this cause for concern? I don't think so, because even though we might retrace here, that is going to give you an opportunity for you to buy into any coins that you might be looking at. Because look at the total crypto market cap right now. People would have thought that, hey, a lot of people might have gotten out of crypto. In fact, it lost about half of its market cap during the May dump, but so far it has recovered almost back to where it was previously. And in fact, I might be bold enough to say that Total is about to start forming new all-time highs, and if that happens, then crypto is absolutely going to go parabolic. So make sure that in the event that you do get a pullback on total crypto market cap, right, during the second 2 weeks of this month, make sure you start buying at around this point right here at $2.026 trillion, right? Once it gets to this point, I do believe that this is going to be a pretty strong level of support. So make sure you time your altcoins and Bitcoin entries with this level right here, give or take, and with a second level of DCA at about 1.85 trillion, right? Make sure you mark that down. Once it gets to these two levels, expect it to reverse. At least I will expect it to reverse. Now, just to take a look at DXY, again, we are still looking bullish, as I have been saying since we broke out of this falling wedge back, a couple of months ago. And at the moment, the level to watch is still going to be at 94.8. In the event that DXY breaks 94.8, then it's not going to look pretty for Bitcoin. Not only Bitcoin, but pretty much any other, equities or, stocks or whatever. They are not going to look pretty if DXY breaks this level right here. So that is not something that you want to see. So make sure you pay attention to that. Just like how on Bitcoin dominance, if we go back to Bitcoin dominance, once you break 49, then it looks as if the next few months are going to be BTC season and altcoins are going to do absolutely nothing. Same goes for DXY. Usually when DXY pumps, Bitcoin tends to dump, right? This is an inverse relationship. So once this DXY breaks this level right here, it does seem like it's going to start going for a multi-month to multi-year uptrend. And if that happens, then stocks and Bitcoin are going to take a hit, and this is going to be the beginning of the proverbial bear market. So this is something that you absolutely want to keep in mind. DeFi perp, at the moment, it is finding strong support on this bullish order block right here. And if you guys were trying to get into DeFi, this would have been a perfect place to go into. But at the moment, you really want to see DeFi break this level of resistance right here at about, I would say, right, give or take about 11,900. Now, until you break this bearish order block right here, it does seem like it is set to go even lower. And at the moment, it does seem like it might start going downwards, but who knows, right? We will have to see how things play out. For now though, because I am kind of pressed on time, I will not be able to give you guys a bonus trading setup of the day. But the only thing that you want to pay attention to on Bitcoin is that you want to time your entries with 52k to 50k. In the event that that breaks, remember the biggest block that I'm looking at, right? My biggest buys is going to be at about 45k to about 44.5k, right? That's going to be where my biggest buys are located at, as well as 42,500. I'm not saying that it is going to go there right now. In fact, there is going to be like a very big zone of support for Bitcoin to break through before it does get there, and that zone is going to be at about 49k to 47k. So if you are looking at Bitcoin, make sure you get some over there. I'm actually going to mark down this level as well at 48,200. In the event that Bitcoin retraces to this block right here and this block right here, make sure you buy some Bitcoin as well as any other altcoins that you might be looking at. This is going to be a reversal zone. So if this video has been helpful to you so far, it would help me so much if you could just drop a like button. I know this is not a format that I tend to do, but I am sort of pressed on time, so this is, I still do want to give you guys sort of an update. So if you guys appreciate this kind of, I guess shorter form content, do let me know in the comment section. But otherwise, I am going to be sticking to the regular format videos where I have a little bit more time to explain to you why things are doing what they're doing, because I like to talk about liquidity a lot, and that is something that a lot of people don't really understand. So for now, I'm not going to, pitch about the private Discord group. If you're interested, check out the description box below. There is going to be a link right there, but otherwise I'm not going to pitch it. In fact, there is a chance that I am going to be closing subscriptions soon, right, until the end of the year. But that, like, do not FOMO into it, okay? But either way, may the gains be with you, my friend, and peace.